all, a big thank you to you, sir, for taking out time for this all important webinar. And I'm sure this is just the first of its kind. And going forward, we will have several opportunities to understand the space that you have worked in over a period of time. And we would like to welcome you as well to the campus to talk on a lot of industrial as well as pharma related subjects of importance. Just to get started with, Vilas sir is a very senior industry gentleman and a dignitary in the pharma and manufacturing space with a composite work experience of close to 30 plus years with notable companies like Sun Pharmaceuticals, Wockhardt, which is now Fortis, then German Remedies, Schulze Pumps, General Mills, and the Orlecan Group. And he has been working in the space of solution architecture, business process innovations, and implementations through ERP and other very business critical applications. He has been instrumental in strategizing and leading several digital transformation projects to fruition while also heading their IT departments, IT wings. He brings with him a very vast experience in the information technology and systems project management space. Earlier, he graduated as a mechanical engineer from Nagpur University, and he also went on to complete his general management program from IIM Bangalore, Indian Institute of Management, Bangalore. With this, I would leave the floor open to Vilas sir. And I'm sure there'll be a lot of good takeaways from this short webinar. And like I mentioned, we'll always look forward to hosting him here in the campus itself sometime later in the year. Thank you so much. Over to you. The floor is all yours, Vilas sir.
Yeah, thanks Rajiv for an wonderful introduction and giving me an opportunity to invite here on webinar. Just small correction, Wockhardt Limited is not completely acquired by Fortis Limited. It is basically Wockhardt was operating in number of, basically Wockhardt has a number of companies and hospital is one of the business. So Wockhardt sold the hospital business, not completely, but they are still continuing with their other business, and pharma is one of the largest businesses they have, right? So Wockhardt Limited is a listed company, as you know, and Fortis is anyway that's also listed, I guess. So to begin with, good morning, guys. So thanks for inviting me on this webinar. So let me share my screen.
Yes, sir, we
visible?
can see it. Yeah,
Okay.
It is very much visible. You can get started, please. Thank you.
Okay, so the topic of our discussion today is digital transformation and business value chain, right? So to begin with, let me 1 minute. Yeah, is this slide? Next slide is visible to everyone. Digital transformation.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The entire PPT is visible. No problem.
If you guys are not able to hear my voice, please tell me.
No problem, sir. I think it's all going very good. I mean, you are visible as well as audible. Yeah.
Okay, fine. Thank you. Thank you. What is digital transformation? It is a very simple term to explain. Primarily, it is the integration of technology across an organization to offer the better product and services. It is not just confined to offer the better product and services. Digital transformation can bring in new business models, and which we will see through this day at today's presentation. So one thing primarily I would like to explain here to make this thing simple and to understand, to make your understanding very simple. So I will give you very simple and easy example, and which happened just recently. Everyone has witnessed that example. So I think this is the picture which everyone has seen, not just the Indians, but the whole world has seen this picture. Right? So you all know that on 7th May, we hit the targets deep inside the Pakistan, we hit 9 terrorist hideouts without even Pakistan knowing about those attacks. Uh, so these 9 terrorist targets which we hit, so the strikes were so precise. Even India, I mean, even the world could not imagine how we did it. This 4 days war, which everyone has seen, experienced. So very next day, I think 7th, 8th and 9th, 8th, 9th and 10th, in just 1 hour, we destroyed Pakistan 11 air bases out of 12 air bases. Now, all these attacks we carried out, all these targets we hit very precisely. How did it happen? It happened without even crossing the Pakistan territory, without even crossing international border or LOC. Not only that, those targets were very precise targets. It was as precise as 1 meter, 1 meter distance, and not more than that. And we carried out those targets. We hit those targets without even entering into the border. At the same time, did anyone primarily fired any military man or our army? Did we fire those physically? No, those were operated through our system. Now, how this 4 days war was different than, not only that, apart from this, and primarily we hit the targets, but at the same time, did we notice one thing? Primarily, the Pakistan military or Pakistan defense equipments, they could not sense it that yes, there is some attack from India. They could not even neutralize it. Forget about neutralization of this attack. They could not sense it. They could not intercept it. We jammed their radar system. We jammed their AD system, and by bypassing this AD system, we hit those targets. Right? How was this war different? 4 days war or near war? We can't call this as a war, but we can call this as a near war. This 4 days near war, how is it different than 2016 and 2019 surgical strikes? In 2016, in response to Uri attack, our military, our army went into the border and destroyed their terrorist hideout. In 2019, again, our pilots, Air Force, enter into the boundary and destroyed their 3 uh, terrorist hideouts. Now, at the same time, you also might have experienced and seen and read through. There were attacks by Pakistan, missile attacks this time. There were swarm of drones into our territory. So our AD system operated so precisely, almost 90% of their attack we could neutralize easily. We could sense it, we could intercept it, and we could neutralize it. Now, the primary difference, if you see in this 4 days war, which we have seen and read through and watched on YouTube, and 2016 and 2019, the biggest difference which we can notice here, we didn't cross the border. Deep inside the Pakistan territory, deep inside the country, we could hit the target and we could hit the target without crossing it and so precisely. That was the basic difference which we have noticed it, which we have seen it. And what's a miracle? This is the miracle of digital transformation. This is the power of digital transformation. In last 10 years, country has spent so much of effort in transforming the defense system and migrated to new system, moved to new system. Now let me just show, let me take you through some few more slides, the components which played very important role in this digital transformation. There were many missiles which were in operation, but the one which always here is about BrahMos. BrahMos is the missile which is a long-range missile. It has something around 3 Mach speed, so 3 times the speed of sound. It has a good strength, It has a long range, so it can penetrate any corner of the Pakistan, and it is fired very precisely. As I said, that it is the accuracy is as high as 1 meter. So we could hit the targets very precisely. So along with it, the one more component which played very important role, which is indigenously developed by uh, our 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 primarily our team, our India team. It was developed indigenously. It's Navik GPS system. Navik GPS system is the most precise. You will be surprised to hear this. This is the I think topmost precise system. It provides the coordinates very accurately, and this is world's number one precise. We don't, and this is also integrated into our defense system. So these different technologies which we have integrated them through digital transformation. So let me take some more examples. So there are many things which played very important role in this attack, but I am just exhibiting some few examples over here. Say, take an example of S-400. S-400 is the air defense system which we acquired from Russia, and we further developed it jointly with Russia. S-400 is a long-range air defense system. At the same time, we have Akash Tir. Akash Tir has a really, I would call it as a very unique thing. Akash Tir has been in development since last 10 years. We improvised it, and to your surprise, in fact, we hear about AI just recently, last couple of years or maybe 3 4 years, we have been hearing about artificial intelligence. But in fact, we have been doing this development on Akash Tir since last 10 years. And Akash Tir is the system. I think this is the world's only system where you can sense all the ammunition which is coming from enemy side, missiles, drone attacks, cruise missiles, or ballistic missiles. So it can sense all and hit the target. So it gives the precisionness of around more than 90%. In fact, this is the only system in the world to give so much of precision. So we were successful in deterring the drone attacks and missile attacks of Pakistan. So how it happened? Now, see, if you look, I mean, I have exhibited BrahMos, I have exhibited Navik software, I have exhibited here Akash Tir and S-400 system, air defense system. Okay. So is it an individual component which is operating? No, these are not the individual components which were operating. Nor they were fired by our pilots or our army people. They were all fired through using integrated control and command system. See, all the devices, all the equipments which we have in defense currently, so they are all integrated under integrated command and control system. And how it happened? It happened just through digital transformation. We have developed the pieces of components, pieces of software to integrate them together. So this was a basic difference. In 2016 and 2019, we did the attack, we crossed the boundary, and our military crossed the boundary and did the attack, carried out the attack. But this time, from within our boundary, we were successful in destroying air bases. We were successful in destroying the terrorist hideouts. So that is basically it happened through digital transformation. So it not only shown the superiority as far as defense is concerned, India's superiority to the world, leave aside destroying the enemies, but at the same time, we could exhibit our superiority in defense to the world. And this has created one good opportunity for us, for India, to sell our defense products to other countries. Now, let me take you through. Now, having explained this, and I'm sure I think you will be able to understand it very easily how digital transformation is and what its role and what miracle it can do, which we have seen in last 4 days incidents in during this month itself. Now, one more example which I would like to give is digital public infrastructure of India. I think these icons or pictures which I'm showing on the screen, You all are conversant with these pictures and images, right? So in last 10 years, if you look at the journey of last 10 years, Indian government has created this digital public infrastructure, so robust infrastructure. So we are, you know it, each system has its role to play. Aadhaar, so 150 crore people in the country, everyone has the ID, digital ID. So you don't have to produce any other document except Aadhaar for opening an account in the bank, for getting the mobile connection, and many more things. Now, second best thing which you have seen it, and in fact it has gained more momentum after COVID, is UPI, Unified Payment System. The speed with which it works is amazing. I mean, primarily our day starts with UPI transactions when you visit your nearby shops, nearby hotel, or any grocery stores or medical stores. All these payments which we do through using UPI, right? In fact, you might probably not remember the last time you visited, when you visited your bank, right? The third thing which we have seen and experienced is FASTag. So, primarily, the volume which we have in UPI, let me just explain it to you. I have the figure over here. So, this does almost 10 billion transactions a month, and the system, UPI system, is designed to handle 1 billion transactions per day. Then, second digital public infrastructure piece is FASTag. You know that you used to wait in toll in the queue for long to make the payment because everything was through currency, cash, right? So you know it now. The FASTag is just giving you the seamless toll payment system. Your account gets debited quickly, immediately using the FASTag. You don't have to. Waiting time is reduced. Many times you don't have to even wait at the toll gate. So this FASTag is also, it does around 3 billion transactions per year. So that is a very large number which we are doing it. Third major thing which has happened through the digital transformation is our Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana. Do you know that 53 crore people would open the bank account? We brought these 53 crore people in the formal banking sector, formal banking. Uh, so, and along with it, there has been a debate. See, all these, the number 53 crore, they were all below poverty line guys, poverty line people, and they have been getting direct benefit transfer. The three technologies which are playing very important role, and our Prime Minister always utter the word jam trinity. What is it? Janadhan account. So you have a mobile and you have a Aadhaar ID. These are three things what he needs for direct benefit transfer. Now, in this direct benefit transfer, what changes had happened over the period when we have a direct benefit transfer? So the leakage is stopped when government is transferring 100 rupees, that all 100 rupees are going into the account of beneficiary. There is no leakage, there is no corruption. Not only that, the speed with which it amount is transferred to beneficiary. So this digital transformation has empowered everyone, consumer, merchant, bank, each one, each person in the country is empowered by through this digital transformation. Now, let me give one more example to simplify this subject. So, you all know the banking. Everyone in the audience definitely doing the banking. Now, I recollect an incident way back in 1990 when I was working with Empire Industries Limited. So, I approached the bank, State Bank of India, and I requested them, and I need a loan for two-wheeler. I would like to buy two-wheeler. So can you please approve the loan? You will be surprised the time to get an approval. It is not just 1 or 2 days or 1 week, but 6 weeks. I got an approval after 6 weeks. How it happened? I had to submit all the documents, all the papers, application form, submit application form. Now having verified those credentials, The branch manager, to your surprise, the branch manager visited my home just to see whether I have capability to make the payment or not, to repay the loan or not. Now that is the story which probably you might not even remember. If someone from 1990, if someone is there in the audience and explains their banking system, they know it very well. Now today, you know it. You don't have to visit the bank. Now the transformation, digital transformation, which had happened in the banking, is this way. Now, when you go to the bank, way back in 1990, so you have to visit the branch to open an account. You have to visit the branch to deposit the check. You have to visit the bank to withdraw or deposit the cash. Right? All this was happening only in that branch where your account is operating. You cannot visit the other branch and withdraw the cash or deposit the cash. You had only option was available was you have to visit that specific branch. Then came the ATMs. ATM was one digital transformation journey, one milestone digital transformation journey. So you were able to withdraw the cash. You were not able to even deposit the cash in earlier ATMs. Then came a core banking. In the core banking, I mean, one more thing which you might have noticed it. So I mean, the only way to access your statement and to verify your balance, you anyway has to go to the branch, get your passbook printed, and see what is the balance in your account. There was no other to see the balance. Now through the core banking is the one second major milestone in the journey of digital transformation. So one could primarily transact through any branch. Core banking has been basically facilitated you to go to any branch, withdraw the cash, deposit the cash, and deposit the check, or even a loan applications also you can do it through by visiting any branch, right? Today, even to open an account, you don't have to visit any branch. You can primarily through online. You can create the request for opening an account. Person will come. He will do all the formalities, and your account gets created. Even to transfer the funds, you don't have to go anywhere. Unite UPI is enabled. UPI is so fast and quick. You can transfer the amount. So what had happened? What are the things which basically benefited us? Today, cash handling is reduced. The effort and the cost involved in cash handling is eliminated. The speed with which speed and volume and the scale has gone up, right? That is the outcome of digital transformation in banking. Now, one more example. So you all know retail banking, online retail, or not retail banking, sorry, online retail or e-commerce. You're all very conversant with this e-commerce. So what had happened in this? Are these stores owned by Amazon? Are these stores owned by Paytm Mall or Snapdeal or Flipkart? There are no stores, but still you are able to buy the products through using Amazon app or Flipkart app or Snapdeal app. There are many such models. Now these are the new models created. These are the totally new business models which digital transformation has created. One more service which we are using it, and one more classic example is of cab services. Now, do you have to visit or you have to walk down to any nearest taxi service or taxi stand? No, you don't have to walk down to any nearby taxi. You don't have to search for the taxi or cab. So today you have to simply create the request, raise the request, your cab is at the door. You don't have to wait for getting the cab. Now that is the digital transformation which has created this. Delivery services. You are all conversant with the digital services, delivery services. Through these are also the new business models which were created. Digital transformation has created these new business models. Now you are aware, you all know, Swiggy, Zomato, you are able to order the food, you get the food. So are these the hotels or restaurants owned by Swiggy or Zomato? No, they are not owned or owned by any of these guys, but still they are able to provide the service to you. So these are the new business models. These are the delivery services. Quick delivery services. You are able to get your grocery. You are able to get your medicines within 5 or 10 minutes. None of these guys they are owning any shops. So digital transformation has primarily changed the face of the business and created new businesses. So there are many more. So digital transformation has created new business models. Leave aside the offering the better services and better products, but this digital transformation has created new business models. Now you will wonder, how did it happen? Are there many technologies involved into it? No, very simple things. The deep penetration of mobile. So you might have heard, I mean, probably you know it, in 2017, Geo came out with cheap data packs, very cheap data packs, and they started offering no charges for the phone calls. You can make as many calls as you want, but they were charging it for the data packs, which were very cheap data packs. So mobile penetration, cheap data packs. Uh, so we have around 120 crore mobile users in the country. Cheap data packs, and third thing, the third major component which is playing this role, playing very important role in digital transformation, is the GPS, right? So most of the app you see, say Ola, Uber, so they know what is your location. Book My Show, they are also, you can choose which theater you would like to watch and how to reach there. So through GPS, GPS is playing important role. So all these new business model, be it Tracto, which is for healthcare consulting platform, be it Apollo Pharmacy, be it Pharma AZ, or be it Tata 1MG, you can order medicines online. You can book your tickets online using Book My Show. None of the theaters are owned by Book My Show. You can book your flight tickets or hotel to Make My Trip, Clear Trip, and many more such apps are there. Oyo is very classical example of new business model. Ritesh Agrawal, who's the founder of this startup, so is he owning any hotel? No, he's not owning even single hotel. But still, he is able to run this business, grow this business, and offer the services to the customer. Airbnb is also similar model. So there are, I have given some few examples over here, but there are many examples, business model examples. Now, having gone through this business transformation example, let me just explain to you or take you through my digital transformation journey. Way back in 1982, I started after I graduated in 1982, completed my engineering in mechanical engineering, and started my journey, corporate journey. The first job was Excellent Limited. This Excellent Limited is primarily auto ancillary and precision machine tools, which to provide these machine tools to auto manufacturers. These are all the auto manufacturers in India. The what kind of system which we had way back in 1982, I think probably we didn't see. how the computer looked like. We were not even in fact aware how the computer, I mean basically a personal computer which we see and use today, was not known to us. We had a EDP, electronic data processing system, and this electronic data processing system, I mean that was the only place which was air conditioned, and no other office was air conditioned. That was the only place having luxury of air conditioning. And we had this punch card system, so the data, and I mean primarily what was this punch card, so data was entered using the punch card. uh, I do not know whether you are aware of punch card. I mean this is the basic, primarily, if at all I have to give an example, it's a simple paper form wherein the data is keyed in using the punching system, punch card system, and those punch cards were fed to processor, which it used to read and process the data. And what was the software application which we had those days? Just the inventory ledger and nothing more than that. No access, no online access, no terminals to any of the users. This was just generating the inventory ledger. And for this inventory ledger, people from EDP, they used to go to stores, used to collect material issue slip, material receipts, and all the transactions which are happening in stores. And those were all recorded manually. There was no system, so obviously all those transactions were recorded, handwritten, paper based transactions. They used to carry that, prepare the batches, and then used to create the punch card, and those punch cards were fed into the system. There was no emailing platform. Now next organization where I worked, I moved to Empire Industries Limited. They were in EOT Cranes engineering company. We had the mini frame PDP-11 COBOL based application. So here, one notch above, we did not have punch card system. There were data entry operators, those who used to enter the data. I think the number, we had around 5 or 6 data entry operator used to enter the data into the system. And what we used to generate out of it, again, inventory ledger and finance account ledger, and not more than that, right? And they were getting printed weekly, monthly. And number of users were, I mean primarily there is no question of online users, so they were used by finance heads or account team, or these ledgers were printed, ledgers were used by inventory ledgers were used by store system, store guys. There was no emailing platform those days. Okay. The I mean that was little digital transformation over the 1982. Some transformation happened. When I moved to Sulzer Pumps, it's the engineering organization manufacturing industrial pumps. So way back in 84, 89, I think Rajiv got the tenure. Primarily, that he was the man who was behind the computerization in the country. Apart from many telecom system, apart from telecom, implementing the telecom in the country, bringing it to the next level. So Sulzer Pumps, primarily that is the place. There was, I know, big digital transformation. We had those days when I joined, we had 4 megabyte systems, very defunct systems. We hardly got any output from it, and we had gone for LAN, local area network. All the users were connected into network. We had that distributed architecture. Users were empowered to enter the data, enter their transactions online from their place, and then reports were also available to them. We had developed financial management system, sales management system, and materials management system, and this was loosely integrated using Pro platform. And then later, having established this system, Later date, we migrated to BAN ERP, so Enterprise Resources Planning, and replaced our in-house legacy system. The email platform, Microsoft Exchange was the email platform, and this was one big digital transformation in the organization. So from paper-based, we moved to paperless, literally the paperless. When I left the organization, we were paperless. Each user has its own uh, desktop or laptop. They're able to enter and access the application and able to get the report. Now, this was the era when there was a big penetration in the country and people become well conversant with the desktops. People basically, primarily, uh, they have gone for the training. People started buying desktops and laptops. So during this period, I joined the German remedies. This was the application business BPCS was the ERP which we were using it. However, the limited user base, uh, bit conservative organization, so could not expand much further and take so much of benefit of digital transformation. Microsoft Exchange was the emailing platform that we established to limited users. There were three plants, in all, which were interconnected. And 2002 moved to Vocard Limited. Uh, so this was one of the biggest MNC, Indian MNC in the country. Size is reduced today because they have shelled off some of their businesses. Operates in 3 countries. There were 4 companies total in all, 12 plants and 29 CFAs. All the offices were connected. Uh, we had a distributed computing, very large network, LAN and WAN, local area network and wide area network. We had the Avalon ERP running those days, moved to migrate to the SAP and cutting across the different functions, be it sales and distribution, materials management, which we call many times purchase department. Today we call it a supply chain management, supply chain organization, FICO, finance and costing, production planning, quality, and plant and maintenance. So this was the ERP which was cutting across. Uh, you can see the change, from 1982, the journey which I started. It is not just my journey. This is the journey. Most of us, those who are from that era, they must have experienced it, seen it, witnessed it, right? So these events, which I am explaining, is primarily the digital transformation journey. We had custom developed business analytics. This is the one more component which was added by the businesses, not just the VOCAD. Many companies opted for it. In 2013, I started my career with Sun Pharmaceuticals Limited, India's number one pharma company, pharma MNC, has 3 R&D operations, operates in more than 120 countries, sell their goods, sell their pharma products. We have a large data center in-house as well as cloud, distributed computing, more than 300 business applications, not just one or two applications. There are around 300 odd applications. Many times we feel that is the ERP going to suffice the requirement of the organization? It is not. ERP is going to do a core transactions, core business transactions, but you have many other uh, functions, many other areas, many other departments where you will see different applications. Each employee, absolutely each employee in the organization is empowered, given computers, so they do carry out all the transactions online, generate their own reports. You don't need to really print the reports, you get all the reports online. The one major project, transformation project, digital transformation project, which we carried out was uh, digitizing field force. So you know that you might have seen MR when you visit your doctor. You might have seen the MR waiting there. outside in reception for doctor to call him inside for detailing. You have also seen that this guy is carrying big bag with the brochures and flyouts for doctors detailing. So we change the way we used to do the detailing. iPads were given to everyone. Everyone was empowered with e-detailing tool in the iPad, and daily reporting was facilitated. So they didn't. I mean, previously, if you look at pharma companies in German remedies like Wockhardt, uh, MR has to prepare the daily call report, and he has to prepare it using the paper, pen and paper. No other option. In Wockhardt, we in fact created SAP, Salesforce Automation Application. But however, there was no mobiles, and that point of time, there was not so much of penetration in the country. Mobiles were very expensive, so they had to visit any cyber cafe and enter the data, create the daily call reports. So they were able to, primarily submit their daily call report online through the cyber cafes. That was the one big change which had happened from previous generation. In 2013, primarily when I was working for Sun Pharmaceuticals, so all these 8,000 employees were given iPads, they were given a training, so entire e-detailing. So it was totally a digital marketing route which we adopted and made it very successful. Now, let me just take you through Sun Pharma Enterprise Architecture. So, this is pictorially depicted here. I will not be able to basically show all 300 applications here and all the functions which are there in the organization. It's a very big organization with more than 300 applications. Just imagine more than 300 different business applications. They are all integrated and able to provide value to the organization. Now, let me just show you a couple of artifacts which we have. I'm presenting here to understand Pulse dashboard. The one major component in the organization is the analytics platform in Sun Pharma, and this was one major digital transformation in journey of any business house. Pulse is, in fact, they provide the pulse to senior management and even to employees, how we are operating, how we are progressing, what am I on target, or I am short of some targets. So here, if you look at it, very simple to understand is this is online real-time data, which it provides. So it shows the sales, what is its achievement, how much target we have achieved. If you look at the organization structure in pharma, field organization or basically a sales organization structure. So you know the therapy, you know the specialist, primarily specialist. So we had a top level, we had a therapy. So these products are broken into a therapy. Primarily, the hierarchy is like this. On the top, you have a therapy. So we had around 10 different therapies, and this was divided into different divisions. In all, there were 630 odd brands in the organization and almost close to around 2,000 SKUs. So five or six different SKUs under the brand. So this is how we had 631 brands, and then those brands were handled by divisions. So we had around 39 different divisions, and 10 therapies we had 39 divisions, and under each of the divisions. Uh, Under these divisions, then brands. This is how the sales happen. So this online sales, is anyone generating those reports on daily basis, on monthly basis, or periodic basis? No, not at all. You just log into your application. This dashboard is visible. That is one major big digital transformation, because you are able to see the pulse of the organization online. You don't have to visit in your, and this has the integration across the various system. That is what we call it as a digital transformation. And it is pulling the data, online data, and showcasing it to you in a digital format. You are able to generate the insights. You don't have to really do further analysis. You are able to generate, get the insights, and then you can decide what action to be taken if some specific division is performing not good or some brand is not performing good. So one can decide what is action to be taken, right? This is again, this is also part of the pulse. The dashboard, what it shows here is a map view. Now you can see the map. In the map, primarily these are the statewide achievement. So it shows the statewide achievement, and also on the right side in the middle, you can see the hierarchy of the field employees. So the 8 to 10,000 field employees which were there, they were divided into 4 different layers, hierarchies. Top TLM is a top level management, then second level management, and not top level. This is a third level management, which is on top. Then second level management, then first level management, and you have the SOs, sales officer. We call it as a medical rep, right? So here, I mean, all these employees on the field, they had an access to it. They don't have to generate or churn the data and calculate it. So the data is visible to them. These insights are visible to them. So they know it, how they are performing, how each division is performing. Third level manager, second level manager, first level, and SO, down to SO, everyone is able to get the online insights. Well, this is one very important thing which we have developed and given an access to medical rep. So when medical rep visits the doctor, what it does, he visits the doctor and he does the detailing. Now it is e-detailing. He does not have to carry any brochures. He carries samples, he carries uh, iPad, and he does the detailing to the doctor. But before entering to the premises of the doctor, he should know what is that activity which he has done with this doctor. What is he knows the specialty, which specialty he is visiting. So here it is Abhay Kumar, he is visiting him, he is a cardiologist. His education, he knows his education, he has an email ID, he has his mobile number, he has his date of birth, he has his uh, uh, number of SBUs. I mean, these are the how many SBUs or how many business units are dealing with this doctor. What was his last visit? Entire history is visible to him. He does not have to scratch his head or look at his past data. When did he visited them? So everything is visible to him. So before entering to the premises of the doctor, he has the complete history available with him, and he can start his e-detailing very precisely, focusing on the product. So that helps him. Primarily, this helps him to do what needs to be done this time, right? Now, the I have taken you through the pulse. So let me take you through one more other dashboard, additional dashboard, one more dashboard which we created for the purpose of saving and generating additional revenue. What used to happen in pharma company, primarily company has an option to increase the MRP. So the general trend is, see, today if you are buying the product, if you are getting it at 10 rupees, next year or after some few months, if you go to visit the shop or pharmacy to buy the same product, it may not be available at 10 rupees. You will find that it is either 11 rupees or 12 rupees or even more, right? So the pharma companies, they increase the product pricing every year. Some products are controlled by Price Control Act, so there are limitations in increasing the cost of the product, the price of the product. But however, many other major products, number of products are available, and company can increase the price. So what used to happen is Sun Pharma. So this was all handled by a couple of guys, and they were all doing it manually. They had no system. When was the last revision? They had no system to know when is it to be revised. So primarily totally manual system, no data, no information. Whatever the data and information, they used to maintain it in spreadsheet, and it has its own limitation. And it is not driven by the process as well, because the process is anyway decided by these employees only, those who are handling it. So this was the dashboard which we created, which provided primarily when is the next price revision due, and well in advance. It gives the information. So how many products has the price revision due in next 6 months, more than 6 months, less than 6 months. Okay. So what we achieved out of this? We were able to see. I am primarily, if you are not doing this price revision on time, suppose if there is a delay by 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, now each month you are losing this additional revenue, because otherwise you could have primarily raised the price in perfectly in that month when it is due. But however, in absence of the system, you are not revising it on time. So this delay is costing us. So it was to the tune of 50 to 60 crores in a year. So this one simple artifact helped the organization to get additional revenue of 50 to 60 crores. You can imagine the power of digital transformation. A very simple digital transformation. Need not really get into very expensive, costly technology. Simple. This is the dashboard which was developed on analytics platform, Tableau analytics platform. Sun Pharma had a very big R&D facility. We have around 500 to 600 research scientists uh, in three different R&D centers across the globe. Two centers, R&D centers in India itself. Number of products uh, are in means will be in any R&D center. There will be number of products which will be there in pipeline in various stages of development. This dashboard is providing, in absence of this dashboard or visibility, you can't really know which product is progressing well and which product is ahead of the curve, which product is in red, which product is in yellow. So this dashboard, primarily, if you see the dots, these are the products which are under development. And when you do the development, it is not just 1 or 2 days job. It takes months. It takes years. It sometimes even 4 or 5 years also. So it is a long journey. And tracking those products tracking those products through a project is very, very important for an organization. So in the background, people will have project management application where it tracks the progress of the product. So what task it has completed so far, what are the milestones which we have achieved, what are the milestones which are ahead, what are the milestones primarily. I mean, it's a completely project management tool which we use, but project management tool will not give the snapshot of what is happening currently, what is the current status. This dashboard has been giving current status. This is again developed on analytics platform, Tableau analytics platform. There are many analytics platforms, so company used to use the Tableau as the analytics platform, right? So you can take, I mean, primarily with this dashboard, you will know which are the project, which are the product that needs attention. You can take the corrective actions to if there are delays, and take the corrective action. Action research dashboard. This is the again the similar kind of thing, but however it provides no the different markets. You have a number of products in research. Now, when you have the number of products in research, you would like to know how many products for US business, how many products Australia, Canada. The first pie chart what it shows is the slicing and dicing and breakup of country-wise products. What is the risk profile of all these products? Because you will have hundreds of products in pipeline. dosage type, oral or non-oral, what is the priority, and where they are going to get manufactured, right? So this gives a snapshot easily. It pulls up the data from the transaction system and depict this picture. Global business development. See, before taking the product in research and development, R&D, uh, before R&D, you have one function, primarily before R&D. I mean, what products to be taken for R&D has to be decided. You can't just decide it. Yes, someone in the organization felt that this product has to be taken for the development. So there is a process. There is a process of almost 2 to 3 months. It undergo the checks and balances. So everyone in the not everyone, there is a team in business development team. They evaluate what is the opportunity if we launch this product. They evaluate it. They work out the cash flow. They work out what is the sales which can realize if this product is launched, and NPV, net product value. And this is again, see, you have to also do a slicing and dicing across the countries, across the world, and in the different countries. So this dashboard is been providing to the business development department which are the products for an approval before taking up for R&D. So once it is approved, it goes for R&D. The final authority who approves it is managing director of the organization. So there were 3 or 4 people in the whole workflow. Workflow system operates behind the scene, behind this screen, and it pulls up the data from this workflow system, right? So the dashboard which I'm showing here, I mean, primarily the purpose to show this dashboard is how critical and how important these dashboards are. Are we focusing now, maybe I think 10 or 15 years ago, we were focusing mainly on transaction tracking system. Those are now stabilized. People are not talking about supply chain system. People are not talking about ERPs. People are not talking about CRM. Those are the established fact. You have a very good system available in the market. You don't have to devise your own. They are already available. I mean, they are available easily, and they are stabilized. The focus is shifted from transaction tracking system to business analytics because that provides the better insights or better decisions. Now, I mean, this is the last dashboard which I have presented to you. So you have seen the journey right from EDP till the dashboards, right? So today, last couple of years, you have been hearing AI. In fact, AI has been in operation for not just 1 or 2 years, has been operation for many, many years. Take an example of Akash Tea. Probably, I think we have been doing this development since last 10 years. You might have heard the predictive analytics. Predictive analytics has been in operation, has been in use since 8, 10 years. So what is the AI? AI is traditional AI. Today it has become more popular because you have a generic AI. And generic AI which creates new images, new content, new video or new audio from the data which is available on the internet, right? You might have also heard of RPA, robotic process automation. So if someone is doing the very mundane job, Raju, are we on time or?
Yes, sir. No worries. Please go ahead.
Okay, okay. So RPA is the one more thing, and probably you might not hear much about the RPA because of advent of AI. People are talking about AI, but RPA is one of the technology which does the job of AI, the mundane job. If someone is preparing the say MIS or someone is using the spreadsheet are doing the same thing on a daily basis, repeatedly, same task 1, 2, 3, 4, same similar task is performing it. That can be automated. Person does not have to carry out that job, such jobs manually. So RPA is doing that job. What it is doing, I mean, primarily the workflows. So workflows, data-driven insights, which I have shown you through these dashboards, that has been improving the efficiency of the organizations. Customer experiences. So if you call any call centers, so sometime you might have come across some chatbots. So they are available to you 24 by 7. So operational cost is reduced through the automation. Cloud services are their company does not have to host their own data center. See, your I mean, if pharma company's interest is producing the pharma products and selling the pharma products, why they should get into hosting their own data center? You can rely on cloud services which takes care of the job. So operational cost is reduced, and not only that, it creates the new businesses, and the focus your focus or company's focus remain on the product and selling the product and not on managing the data center. However, I mean, not that all the companies have moved to cloud services. There is a hybrid model. In fact, in Sunfarm also we had the hybrid model. We had the in-house data center as well as some services or some applications were hosted on the cloud. You have a real-time. I mean, basically, this is what I have exhibited to you. You have a real-time dashboards, provide the great business insights, predictive analytics, better forecasting means how much to be produced, what to be produced, and product mix. All that is possible using the business transformation tools they are available today. Not, in fact, business. I would say that business transformation is not a tool. It is primarily you are integrating different tools and technologies and carrying out this business done. You are getting the customer insights, right? And digital transformation, is the process going to stop? No, it is a continuous process. Today you have AI, which we discuss about. You have analytics platforms and many more things which are there. But tomorrow you will come across some other technology, and well, that also needs to be plugged in and integrated into the organization, and that happens to your. That is the process which we call it as a digital transformation. Okay, thank you. I think I'm just making it open for
Yeah. So
questions.
the floor is open for any questions to the people who are listening. Any questions? Anyone? Participants in the webinar. All right, sir. I have some questions for you. In fact, very
Okay,
few. Like the first question is like, as you know, our main audience, of course, is the students, and of course,
okay,
we have a lot of programs in the analytics and AI space, and also which is well connected with digital transformation. So my first question is to you that for the students now, if they have to embark on a digital transformation journey as they join any IT organization or any organization which plans to implement thorough IT practices. What kind of additional qualifications they may require? Say in today's world, I understand like you have been a mechanical engineer yourself, and then you migrated across a lot of organizations, and then finally you took the mantle of heading IT. In these notable companies. For students, say from the management space, or say even from the engineering space, what kind of certifications or tools they need to be aware of in order to start their journey in the digital transformation domain.
right. I think very good question from the point of view of students. They should continue to. I mean, if the guys or audience is from management school, they should continue. They are definitely going to continue with their studies in management. But along with it, each one should master one of the programming languages, and which is not really difficult. If you look at the Python, very simple. Even the school kids are also the Python, and Python is extensively used in the industry, right? That is one. One should master it. Very easy to master it. So, do you have any learning for AI? In fact, AI does not have. I mean, one need not really go to any institute and learn the AI specifically. Okay, because you are not the coder, you are not going to be a programmer, and you don't want to be a programmer. Having done your MBA, you would like to make your career in business functions, either in IT or many any other functions. So primarily, what you need to do is pick up any language, programming language, master it, and along with it, master analytics platform. You can pick up any analytics platform. There are plenty of analytics platforms. So popular ones are Power BI, Tableau. Master those tools, primarily, and not really difficult to master those tools, and that will really definitely enhance your skills, add value to your profile, and by the time you complete your academic journey or your MBA course, so you will have those two additional tools which will really help you and differentiate with other students in a great way.
Got it, got it. So one last question, sir. We all read about digital strategies whenever we are powering any kind of digital business, and I'm sure that includes digital transformation as well. So I know it's a different chapter altogether, different subject altogether. But if you could just throw some light, like whenever you want to have run a successful, say, digital transformation campaign in any organization, what kind of digital strategies could be utilized, and for that matter, I mean, what strategies you had utilized during your prime time, especially on some critical digital transformation projects.
Yeah, primarily you have to, in fact, as I'm from IT function, so what you need to know is understand is what is the organization's need, right? What is the organization requirement to move into the future? What product offerings you have in mind? What are the services which you are planning or enhance? You would like to enhance the services or offer the new products, right? So the approach is normally we discuss with the various business functions and try to find out what are the expectations, what is their plan, right? So it is not one or two tools or specific technology per se. So your approach is identify what are the needs, what are the requirements, and then decide how to go about it, right? What technology or what platform to be chosen, and the how is it to be implemented, and how the development is to be done. So this is what the approach or strategy I would suggest is going to be useful in the organization. See, I have given an example of defense organizations. So what is that they have done it? So it is very specific to defense. The integrated command center is how did they integrate it? They will know it, but I don't think I will be able to really specify how did they do it. But when it comes to pharma company, I know it. What did we do? What are the various business applications we have? How did we integrated various functions? How did we brought the various data sources together and depicted using the analytics platform? Okay, so it varies from organization to organization. So there is no specific thing which primarily decides, yes, this is what one thing which one must one specific strategy is to be used. There will be a strategy you have to align as per the organization.
Got it. Got it. All right, perfect. Thank you so much, sir. I think that answers the questions very proportionately and very precisely. If there are no further questions, I would like to end this webinar thanking Mr. Vilas Gangamwar profusely for his presence today and enlightening all of us with a very insightful and very comprehensive presentation, at the same time making it very simple, because again it's a huge exercise, and I'm sure he has spent years contributing by leaps and bounds across multiple organizations. So once again, a very, very big thanks to you, sir, for a person of your stature to spend quality time with all of us on a online platform, which we are, kind of trying to understand various subjects from industry experts during these summer times. And I'm sure the students will, benefit with regards to the kind of, interventions that you have suggested in terms of digital tools that they can, and the certifications that they can look forward to. And I'm sure once they are in the practice in these organizations, definitely, like you said, in terms of the digital strategies, they would definitely understand the organizational nuances, and also try and align with those organizational nuances and build and scale up their models and their pitches, as well as their dashboards in terms of the tools that they have learned. So thank you, sir, for a wonderful and a fantastic webinar. Definitely, like I said before, this is just the starting point, and we really look forward to welcoming you on campus as well. Whenever the time is ripe, when the students are, going to new fresh batch of students are going to join in. Thank you, sir, once again, and looking forward to staying connected with you.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks, Raju. Have a nice day.